All right, let's try this again. I was in a bad area, man. I didn't have very good signal, so I'm gonna try this again. And we changed things up a little bit. We kept the same thumbnail, but we got a different title. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Thumbnail is what it is, and the title is what it is. Um, I'm past the point of um, throwing blame or uh, saying it's this person's fault or whatever. Whenever you just have a calamity of errors or a season this terrible, it can't be just on one person. It can't just be on one person. It's several people who plays a part in a situation like this. So if you thinking I'm going to come on here and try to, in this particular instance, if you think I'm going to come on here and try to dump everything on LeBron and blame everything on him, no, I'm not, man. To me, I got too much credibility, and I've been watching Lakers basketball, and I've been a fan of basketball and the Lakers too long. So I have enough intelligence to know that the blame just doesn't fall squarely on one person. But this is the problem, man. And I think, me personally, I think I've been like, uh, I think I've kind of like gone out of my way, right, to be objective and not critique LeBron too hard. Like I've gone on my way not to critique LeBron and not going on him too hard because he's been here 4 years. He came here towards the latter end of his career, so I kind of tempered my expectations. So if you think I'm going to like just bash LeBron and just say he's trash and all this other kind of stuff, no, I ain't gonna do that. But this is one thing about LeBron that a lot of people don't like to talk about. A lot of people don't like to talk about, and it kind of popped up the first year he was here, a little bit of the second year, and got this notification. What's going on here? This is the bone I got to pick with LeBron, man. His leadership. You know, now full disclosure, I watched very little of that Clipper game, and I watched very little of this game last night. Um, the Lakers were down double digits last night, and I turned away because I'm just like I'm not gonna sit through this because I can't do it to myself. I'm not gonna sit through a couple hours. I'm just not gonna do it. Leadership. Let's talk about leadership a little bit, man. Or in this case, in the beginning, let's talk about a leader. A leader has personality, courage. They have a clear vision with ambition to succeed. A good leader encourages the team to perform to their optimum capabilities, night in and night out. Now, I understand that everybody has their own type of leadership skills, but a lot of what I've been hearing and what I've been seeing lately is, and fuck what I'm hearing. I gotta stop cussing because they gonna not let me make no money on YouTube, so I gotta stop cussing. But the thing is about LeBron, I kind of believe LeBron and a lot of people who support LeBron believe that as long as he puts up his stats, that's cool. That as long as he throws up his 36-8, his 32-8-6, his 35-9-10, that's cool. But I don't think that's being a leader because at this point, I've never really seen a player quite like LeBron. I sit down and talk to my cousin sometimes. Like, damn, bro, LeBron's kind of like, he's just kind of like, and this is not a disrespectful thing. I'm not saying this in no kind of disrespectful way. LeBron is kind of like, he's kind of like a freak of nature. He's got the the cheat code to preserving his body and staying effective as an effective basketball player. The guy, he's a workout junkie, and he just knows what it takes. He's a junkie, and he's a workout freak, and he enjoys those things, and I salute him for that. But man, he needs to learn how to be a better leader, bro. And the one criticism I have of him, and we seen him, like I said, even going back to his first or second couple years with the Lakers, his on the court body language, man. When things go bad, things don't go his way, bro. You could tell it by the way he's looking, by the way he's carrying himself on the court. And the problem is, see, I think LeBron is kind of under the belief that once he got here, what I'm saying, he didn't have anything else to prove. Um, like I said before, I know before he came to the Lakers that he believed that he was the GOAT already. I know he believes that, and that's debatable. To me, I'm gonna do another video. This GOAT shit that don't mean nothing to me. Who cares? I don't care about that. Anyway, I'll save that for my next video. But it's like I know he believes that, and so it's kind of like I know kind of how. Uh, why would he want to? Why would he want to what? If you sign your name on a contract with any team, forget it being the Lakers. If you sign your name on a contract and you getting paid the most amount of money they can pay you, and you demand the most amount of money they pay you, you supposed to go out and put maximum effort out, night in and night out. Because guess what? Your pay don't change based upon your output. Your pay does not change. The Lakers cannot hold money back from LeBron if he has a bad night, if he has a bad year. If he has a year where he's hurt half of the season, they cannot pay him any less. So don't talk to me about why should he want to. Why don't talk to me about why should he want to. He's getting paid the maximum amount of money. So the Lakers the Lakers and the Laker fans are deserving of maximum effort. So let's go back to the leadership thing. This poor, really crappy body language, man, that rubs off on other people. When you're supposed to be the leader of the team, you everybody's gonna fall short sometimes because nobody's perfect. Man, you explain to me how the hell the Lakers did LeBron dirty. How did the Lakers how the Lakers do LeBron dirty? They don't make one trade or whatever, and that's doing him dirty. Man, get out of here with that. That's not accurate. Anyway, LeBron's poor body language that that projects onto the team. They see if the leader doesn't give a damn, if the leader doesn't give a damn about getting back on D, if the leader doesn't give a damn about playing defense every position, why should they? You see, that's all about. That's a big part of being uh, a leader. You got to set the example for the rest of the team. You can't just go out there and do whatever you want to do because you can, and you can't just go out there and decide I'm just going to score. I'm not going to play defense. Come on, bro. And let's not talk about it's Rob fault, right? Okay, well, look, I can see how some people might feel that way. But let me tell you one thing. Like I said this one time, and I said it before. The Lakers were moving in one direction, and LeBron said, "Hey, I want to move in another direction." The Lakers capitulated. When you're gonna want to go back and talk about that Russell Westbrook trade, the Lakers were moving in one direction for the betterment of the team, and for whatever reason, and we may never know, I thought LeBron was going to pull a rabbit out of his hat. I thought he had another sneak. trade that's going to come out of woodworks at the last minute. It didn't happen. But for whatever reason, LeBron thought that he could win with Russell Westbrook. That was a severe miscalculation. Everybody makes mistakes. It is what it is. So be it. But LeBron's got to own that. Now, I'll just say he didn't think it through properly. LeBron probably overly wagered on himself. But LeBron, if he's so calm and calculated and so savvy, he should have thought about it and said, look, I'm going to be 37 by the time this 2021-22 season is over. I'm going to be 37. I got a guy that's next to me that's supposed to be the focal point of the of the team, but he doesn't want it. So LeBron should have thought it probably is not a good idea for me to trade four people away for one. Hmm? LeBron should have thought about that. Say, hey man, it's probably not a good idea for me to trade four people away from one. Not a good idea because if anything goes wrong to this quote unquote big three, whether it be me, myself, LeBron, whether it be Anthony Davis, or whether it be Russell Westbrook, if anything goes wrong with one of the three, all hell's gonna break loose because we done traded away four players for one, and we don't have money to get others. So in this case, he didn't think that through properly. So you can say he didn't think it through, or he overly bet on himself, severely miscalculated on himself and his abilities, uh, miscalculated, or Father Time just caught up with him. I don't know, but that's right there is on him. And I'm gonna say another thing again: this poor body language, not getting given maximum effort on both sides of the floor. It rubs off on other people. Fans can see it. The TV announcers can see it. Your teammates see it. Do you think that's a good example? Do you think that's a good example for Anthony Davis? Do you think that is a good example? What's up, Felicia? Thanks for the support, Felicia. We don't agree all the times, but thank you. I appreciate the support. Do you think that's a good example for Anthony Davis? The guy's not even 30 yet. I don't think it's a good example. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a good example. And another thing, when we talk about being a leader, like I said, I know there's several types of leaders. Some prefer to be quiet. Some prefer to do it out on the basketball floor. But LeBron has to choose. Which one's it going to be? LeBron is held in such a goddamn high caliber. He wields so much power that he really can't afford to be quiet. Period. Whether it be in the media, whether it be being vocal with his teammates, whether it be on social media, whatever. LeBron is held in such high esteem that he cannot afford to be quiet and then get mad when stuff doesn't go right. Now, I asked somebody a question. I don't remember. I think it may have been on Sports Critics panel. I was like, why is it that we haven't really seen LeBron and Anthony Davis openly get into it? Or why is it that we haven't look, we're gonna get all the way into it. Why is it that I don't feel, based upon what I've seen, I don't feel that LeBron has openly questioned or challenged Anthony Davis. I don't think he has. Because if he has, Anthony Davis wouldn't be loafing around here and thinking that it's cool. Now I understand he got hurt. This last situation was not his fault. Even this situation earlier in the season was not his fault. But I'm just talking about Anthony Davis, his point of view and his mindset. And I'm telling you, LeBron's laissez-faire type of attitude And he could come out at all the press conferences and all the media sessions and say, "Oh, we're going to get better. We have to learn for it. Oh, I'm gonna take responsibility for my turnovers or whatever, whatever, whatever." But he never talks about, he's kind of sort of semi hit to it, but he never talks about his pouting on the court, his crappy body language, or his half-assing it on defense. He'll never say that directly, but he'll admit to the body language and all that kind of stuff. You see, yeah, that's another thing. Lakers over everything. The Lakers teammates, they see LeBron pouting and complaining about not getting other calls, bro. That spills over to the team, and then now next thing you know, you got a team full of pouting crybabies, or players pouting, looking for calls all the time. And who did they learn that from? They learned it from the leader. Now, hey man, I'm just calling it for what I see or whatever. People want to rag on AD and say, "Hey, he's horrible," whatever. But I'm just like this. I'm a parent, and I got kids, and I know that kids, they pick up good habits from you, and they pick up bad habits from you. And I believe Anthony Davis has picked up some bad habits from LeBron James. That's just my personal opinion. Anyway, going back to what I'm talking about, why hasn't LeBron called out Anthony Davis uh publicly? Why not? What's he got to lose? He's a GOAT. In his mind, he's the GOAT, been playing for 20 years. What the hell can Anthony Davis tell LeBron James that he don't already know? What does LeBron have to lose about telling Anthony Davis about himself? What does LeBron have to lose about telling Russell Westbrook about himself? What does LeBron has to lose about telling Melo about himself? About taking that stupid ass shot at the end of the damn Clipper game. What does LeBron have to lose at this point? Can none of them guys tell him nothing? So I'm like, if you the leader, bro, you need to check people, and you need to check them publicly sometimes. And I don't like comparing people. I don't like comparing people. But Kobe did it. Kobe did it. What's up, brother Marcel?
What's good? What's good, AC?
Nothing much, man. I'm just tired of dealing with this situation with kick gloves. Like I said earlier, I'm very appreciative of having LeBron here, but it's just like, bro, come on, man. We know you. We know your age. We know certain things you can do and what you can't do. But what you can do is project the right mindset when you're out in the court, man. So tell me what you're thinking.
Man, I agree with you 1,000%, man. The body language is just, man, it's awful. And if you're the leader, you're the superstar of this team, you're the GOAT, you're all that, right? If your body language is like that, how you expect anyone else to respond, man? How you expect the rest of the team to respond? You got these young guys looking up to you. You got these other Hall of Famers with you. Russ, we know how Russ has been all year long, man, and you could just see it now. Russ has never looked like this where he just didn't care. He just doesn't care, man, and a lot of that has to be on LeBron because the way LeBron is carrying himself. So it's like, well, if LeBron don't care, then why should I? And you also mentioned about the AD, him rubbing, I said he's rubbing off on AD. Man, that's big time. And I'd even take it a step further, man. He might be killing AD's career.
Uh oh. Uh oh.
He might have killed AD's career. Like you said, he ain't calling them out. He ain't challenging them. He ain't doing nothing. So it's like AD got this whole thing. I won a chip. I came here. I did my job. LeBron did his job. We made. We gods. Nothing else matters. and,
Right.
and and that's horrible for a 28-year-old to have that mindset, man. That's real bad.
Yeah. I hate to throw people in the same pot, and I know this probably piss a lot of people off, man. But to me, that's kind of that self-centered millennial mindset. I'm gonna do me. You can't tell me nothing, about myself. Or a lot of times these guys don't want to take accountability. You know, really, they don't really want to take accountability about stuff. And it's just a lot of people in this generation. They just kind of think that stats are the most important thing, and I just kind of like, nah. Stats tell the story, but they don't tell the whole story, man.
Right, 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 man. It's bad, man. This is tough. And then last night, you seeing them. I know you and I talked about it off air. Them chirping back at the fans and the stuff they were saying to the fans. Like, come on, bro. Like this. Look at the product you're putting on the court. Like, you expect us not to boo? You expect us not to be upset? I mean, we're 6 games under 500 going into
Right.
March. Going into March. Tomorrow's March 1st, bro. Come on. And tomorrow's another loss. Dallas. That's another one. Chalk that up as another one. So it's 6, 7 games under 500, man. What you expect? Like, we supposed to cheer that, and then you don't care? Like you said, they're on the court not caring. Like, it's bad, man. This is bad.
Yeah. I like, I like to be optimistic, but I mean, this is the information age, so we have all the information. We know what the Lakers' schedule is going to be for the rest of the season. We know their opponents, what their schedule is. All these teams the Lakers are coming up against within the next couple of weeks. These teams are all playing well. The Suns haven't skipped a beat, even though the asshole he ain't there. So it's like it ain't going to get no easier for the
Right,
Lakers.
right, right,
It's just kind of like I don't know. It's like these guys. I don't know where they get off thinking that they could just come do anything and just give any type of performance. I mean, I'm a Laker fan. I'm upset because they're losing.
right,
But what pissed me off even more is like when I start to feel like we getting kind of cheated a little bit. You not putting out maximum effort, and yes, when Laker Nation feels that way, they're gonna boo your ass.
right. And that's anybody. It's not just LeBron. It's I've been in there, and Kobe was booed. Kobe teams was booed when they played bad. It's not. So it's not a lot of I don't want to make it LeBron versus Lakers or whatever, but a lot of LeBron
Right,
fans, their loyalty will lie more to him than they do with the Lakers. So they think it's an attack. Everything we say is an attack on him. No, it's not, man. I don't care who our superstar is. If it's LeBron, if it was Kawhi Leonard, if it was whoever, when you don't play well, you're going to get booed at that arena. That's what it is, because we're not like the rest of the teams in the league. We have one expectation, and that's a championship. And like I said, March 1st, 6 games under 500. That ain't gonna do it. You're not gonna get cheers and jeers from that. It's one thing. Like, you go back, even with the lose, it's not just about the losing. You go back to the Golden State game. We how good we played. It's just about playing hard. We lost that game, but they got cheered. After the game, we were cheering them because they played hard. They played hard. They stepped up to the plate, and they
right.
played hard. We lost, okay, but it's about effort. It's about energy. It's about effort and all that, and that stuff was there. So you put that on the court, we'll cheer that, but you don't care, and it shows you don't care. We're not going to cheer that. So
Yeah, I'm gonna read this from the chat. And bro, if you don't know Felicia Williams, she's a big time Laker fan. She supports all the Laker channels. So Felicia, make sure you check out Lakers over everything. But I'm gonna read this real quick. We know Braun spends millions on his body. What does AD do? Now that's a good question. I have no idea what Anthony Davis does because he doesn't really go on social media a whole lot. But
right,
this is my point. LeBron bought AD here. By this time, bro, this is LeBron's fourth season and this is his third with AD.
right,
I was expecting to see LeBron and AD workout videos by now.
right, right, right,
I was expecting um, to see AD after the bad season last year with all the injuries and all that stuff. I was expecting to see LeBron say, "Look, AD, you need to come over here and work with my man, with me
right,
and my
right,
man." Because
right,
LeBron's trainer is known. LeBron supposedly has the best trainer in the league. This is what I heard many players say.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting that. Now LeBron can't make
Right.
AD do none of that,
Do
but
nothing
it's
right.
like, but I'm like, you got to do something, bro. You know, he knows something is wrong. If me and you know something's wrong with that situation,
Right.
it's like you you got to do something, man. You got to. It's like I don't like to compare stuff, but we all know how Kobe challenged Powell.
Pow. Yeah. Yeah.
We know that there's nothing wrong with challenging somebody publicly, and you don't want to embarrass people. There's
Hmm.
nothing wrong with challenging people publicly. I haven't even seen that from LeBron.
Right. 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 It's crazy. I would have if I'm LeBron. And again, this ain't no knock on LeBron. I mean, you can't fault LeBron for AD's body, right, and his work ethic. But if I'm LeBron, I'm pulling up a black van in front of AD's house, throwing a blindfold over him and throwing him in that van, and he ain't leaving until
Yeah,
he's coming with me, because it's like LeBron's his GOAT status. I mean, and some people, those people who say he's a GOAT already, you're not gonna change their minds or whatever. But me personally, I'm like, you need to win some more championships. You know, um, I got much respect for LeBron and all that, but with the whole GOAT thing, I just wanted to see him win more championships before I throw him in that conversation. So a lot of that, his championship winning championships depends solely on AD. So
right.
it's like, okay, if I'm LeBron, I need to make sure AD is right, 1,000% right. So I need him training. So I'm gonna make sure he's training. So um, but again, you can't fault LeBron for that. But it's just that's me. That's my personal thinking. And and I'm a Kobe guy, so I'm with the calling guys out and stuff because Kobe knew that his success. Kobe wanted to
Right,
win another championship without Shaquille O'Neal, right? And he
right.
knew the only way he could do that was if Pau Gasol was gonna be
If
legit,
if
and he
he
called
came,
him out and made sure of that. So
yeah. Look, let's go back to the chat. Blue Boat. What's up, Blue Boat? Support. I mean, salute to Blue Boat. Have y'all really lost respect for LeBron? Y'all really want him traded after the season? I ain't got my glasses, but anyway, y'all, man, look, Blue Boat. We haven't lost. Well, let me say this. I still respect LeBron, but I'm like, I don't think he's above reproach when you see something that deserves critique. I'm going to critique it, and I may have. We were on Sports Critics panel, Marcel. We were talking about what percentage of the Laker fans have not really accepted LeBron.
LeBron, yeah,
And then I said, man, it's maybe 15-20%, maybe at the
uh-huh.
most. But then some people brought this stuff to my attention, and that number might be a little bit higher. I think it might be a little bit higher than 20%, man, because I'm not. Most of the people in my circle are my age,
uh-huh.
so we think a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I'm miscounting all the people who are Kobe fans
Hmm.
who will never accept LeBron no matter what.
Right,
So
right.
I'm acknowledge that those people exist, but I'm not one of them, Blue Boat. And no, I don't want. The only way I want LeBron traded is if he actually be traded.
Right, 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 right.
Now I'll just say that. What you think, man?
Yeah, yeah. So me again, I'm a Kobe guy. Kobe is the reason why I even watched basketball when I was coming up. That's Kobe was drafted, and that's when I got into basketball. So me personally, I'm a bigger Lakers fan than I am an NBA fan. So
Right,
I'm Kobe all day. Kobe. So, but with that being said, I respect LeBron. Before LeBron came, I wasn't the biggest fan. I liked him, but I wasn't a diehard fan because again, I'm a Lakers fan and
right,
over basketball. So when we got him, I became a LeBron James fan.
right,
A lot of people in my circle they didn't want him. A lot of people they didn't want him, and I'm talking about these are my best friends, lifelong friends. They did not want LeBron, but I was like, well, he's here, so I'm a cheer. I went. I got the LeBron jerseys. I went and got the LeBron shoes. I did everything right
right,
because he's here, and I knew our hopes of winning championship number 17 and beyond, it all was on LeBron. So I
right,
respect LeBron, and that hasn't changed. Right, even right now, I don't. disrespect him or whatever. I still like LeBron. I'm still gonna cheer for LeBron. He's here, but I'm gonna call him out. My whole thing was I understand what came. I understand everything that came with getting LeBron, all the drama, and eventually his play is going to decline and all that. So I said my stance on it was I'm gonna give the man all his respect, all his props. If we win, he's gonna get all the he's gonna be the number one reason why we won. We
Right.
win the championship, he's gonna get all that credit. But at the same time, if we're losing, he needs to be called out as well. That's the thing with the LeBron fans. They want to praise him when he delivers, but he can't get called out when he's not or when he does something wrong. And I'm not on that boat. I'm gonna call the man out.
Right.
If he's not delivering and 6 games under 500, you're not delivering. You're the leader, bro. You're the leader. I don't care. Say everything else you want to say. Russ, AD, blah 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 blah. Go down the line. Rob, Vogel, whatever. But man, LeBron, it all starts with you. Because if he overcame all that, if he overcame Russ's bad play, if he overcame AD's injuries, if he overcame Vogel's coaching and Rob's, all putting the team together, he's gonna get all the praise. So it's only fair that when he doesn't, we call him out on that as well. But long
Yeah.
story short, yeah, I don't disrespect the man, and I definitely don't want him traded. Um, I just want him to get right, and put the effort forth.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, man? I want to ask you one more thing, and just get your opinion on it. I'm at work, so I'm gonna have to wrap this live up.
Yeah,
But I remember when I was in high school growing up, I started watching the Lakers. We didn't really have GOAT conversations.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was more like who's the best right now.
Right,
It
right,
was like, I might be a little bit older than you, but back when I was going through that, it was Magic or Jordan.
right.
And of course, if I'm a Laker fan, I'm like, Magic is better. But
Hmm.
then eventually Jordan took the reins.
Hmm.
Okay, that's understandable.
Right.
But this infatuation about seems like this generation here just has they have to have an definitive answer. Who's the best? Who's the best? Who's the best? I'm like, how the hell can you say that? Some of y'all
Yeah.
haven't even seen some of these guys play.
Right. Right.
So I don't know if it's and I'm not disrespecting anybody. I don't know if it's a LeBron fan thing or whatever, but to me, the whole GOAT thing is just overblown. Doesn't really matter to me. What do you think about it?
I agree with you, man. I agree, man. It's just it's tough. Like, how do you define like who's the greatest? How to me it's impossible to do. You know.
Hmm.
So like I said, for me, I grew up watching Kobe, so Kobe is always my guy. But at the same time, I don't take away from LeBron's greatness. That doesn't take away from Jordan. That doesn't take away from Magic or Kareem or whoever else you want to throw up there. Even guys coming up now after LeBron, or with LeBron and who'll be here after LeBron, KD and whoever else. So I mean, it's hard for me to say who's the goat, right? I have my favorite, but
Hmm.
I don't knock anyone for saying, but since they this is all they talk about and they want to put guys in these conversations, I just feel like you know, um, okay, LeBron's definitely in the conversation, but
Right,
for
right.
for him to be like the to crown him as the guy, I just felt like a couple more championships or whatever. But that's just my personal opinion. So I don't knock anyone for
Yeah.
their arguments or whatever. But it's kind of annoying to me all
If
this
if
conversation.
I had, I mean, I really don't care. But if
Right,
somebody would had to pin me down and say like, pick a goat, pick a goat, pick a
right,
goat,
right.
I would say, look, I don't think anybody has had a better basketball career, top to bottom, than Kareem
Hmm.
because he won on every level,
Hmm.
dominant, won in high school,
Right,
super duper dominant, won in college,
right, right.
and same thing with the Lakers.
Hmm.
So I'm like, if you push me in the corner and say who was the I don't even say the GOAT. I say who's had the best overall basketball career. I don't think many people could really beat Kareem.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just my opinion. And then with his longevity and all that, man. But
Right,
that's
right.
objective. Um, I got another video coming later on, man, about trade LeBron or not trade, man. If you're available, give it drop in your 2 cents in the chat, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, for
Let
sure.
everybody, hey man, let everybody know where they can find you, bro.
Man, hit us up. Lakers over everything. We're here on YouTube and then also on Instagram and Twitter. Again, that's Lakers over everything. Been rocking. We're rocking with your boy, AC LA Sports Live. You know, great work, man. You know, you already know I'm a fan, and you know we're joining at the hips now. So, um,
That's it. We stuck. We
right,
stuck,
right,
man.
right.
I appreciate you coming through, bro. We're gonna end it here, man, and I will wrap with you guys later.
Right. Peace.
Peace.